What is up guys, this is Tito back with another video on the Redmi Note 10 Pro, and during this video I'm going to be showing you the latest DerpFest ROM, and this is based on Android 13 of course. Build date here is of 5th July 2023. In the about section, this is how it looks like. Still we have the DerpFest logo right there, then we have the platform version showing as Android 13, and here we have the DerpFest version 13 official Tango for Suite or the Redmi Note 10 Pro, and you can also see the change logs from here I guess, and it shows up right here. Let me go back. We have the maintainer as unmoved and Sadly fault. Huge thanks to the developers of this ROM. I apologize if I pronounce them wrong. And here we have the security update as June 5th 2023, not quite July yet. And the stock kernel here is the 4.14 Aginsa kernel, and the SLX status shows as enforcing. Now let me show you the system settings. This is how it looks like. You will find a lot of things in the system settings. First of all, let me talk about the gestures. In here we have the swipe right screenshot, and of course there is the share, edit, delete and the Google Lens feature. And in here we have the quickly open camera. Then we also have the system navigation gestures. 2 button, 3 button navigations are there, and we also have the settings for it for the full screen gestures. Swipe to invoke etc and stuff is working perfectly. We have the left edge, right edge customization. We have the back gesture animation. Haptic feedback you can enable or disable. Back gesture height you can customize from here. Height gesture bar option is there, and the pill length and the radius you can customize. And for the fullest length and the radius, this is how the pill bar will look for your device. And in here we also have the one-handed mode, and it is actually working fine. Press and hold power button action is there, you can change it. Brightness control is there, so you can slide a finger on the status bar to actually control the brightness. That feature is back, and we have the prevent ringing option right there. In the buttons you will get the enable taskbar, invert layout, edge long swipe action, and then we have the disable power menu and lock screen for privacy. And inside power menu we have this panic trigger. Then we also have this advanced restart option right here, and you can actually disable these options if you don't want all of these. Let me actually show you the power menu. This is how it looks like. And as I have enabled the advanced reboot, if I just click on the reboot option, there is a system recovery and the bootloader option. So advanced reboot is working, and long press power button toggle torch is there. Automatically turn off torch for that is there. And we have the wake device, answer call, control playback, then the reorient, show panel on the left side, click to take partial screenshot. And in here we also get the USB configuration. For convenience you can set it to file transfer. Let me go back. We have the DerpFest updater. Whenever there is a newer update you can check for it, and you can also use OTA updater if you are encrypted. I am guessing that you are already encrypted on the Redmi Note 10 Pro, and if you don't know how to flash this particular ROM on your device, you can check out the flashing guide from the description. We have the backup option of course, and then in the bottom we get the device settings. Now in here you will get a lot of things. Like the refresh rate you can actually change from right here. I have been using it 120 Hz all day long, and with that it is actually working perfectly fine. You can also use 60, 120 if you want. There is also the de-dimming and the high brightness mode is there, but some of these settings do not work, or it doesn't simply let you go into it. Like the high brightness mode, yes it is there, but if I enable it, it doesn't do anything. I have tried it. Let me go back. We have the display colors. As you can see, it just threw me back. I don't know why. This is what happens with some of the settings. It is still an early build, I guess that's why. And we have this USB fast charging option. You can enable it or disable it if you want. This flashlight brightness, I have actually seen it is working. If you reduce the brightness, the flashlight's brightness reduces. Then the key profiles option is there. You can disable it if you want. You can choose the key profiles to be battery, balanced and performance. Let me go back. We have the thermal profiles as well. As you can see, it just again threw me back. So it's not letting me go into these kind of settings, the thermal profiles and stuff. Ambient display option is there, and you can select the pickup option. And as you can see, it is enabled right now. I just enabled that, but still it is showing as off. No idea why these things are happening. And we have this audio amplification, headphone gain, microphone gain. You can actually customize from right here. Have the Dolby Atmos as well. Things like the movie, music, custom, etc. options are there. You can turn it on or off from here. And the bass enhancer is of course there. And in the Mi sound enhancer, we'll also get the Mi audio direct. You can choose the headsets from right here, youth edition and stuff. And the sound quality for the headphone jack and Bluetooth as well has been great. And the choose preset option is there. There is a bass booster, bass reduction, treble reduction, etc. options. And the scenario options are also there. Then the hi-fi option is there. Clear speaker option is also there. Then there is the haptic feedback, and you can change the intensity of the whole UI's haptic feedback from right here. I have been using it with a little bit of haptic feedback, and I would say yes, the overall like haptic feedback while going back and something like that, or going home screen or just going into the recents panel, That's just awesome. So that's a lot of settings for the system settings. And now in here, let me actually show you the home screen. This is how it looks like. The stock wallpaper is this one, I guess. There are a lot of dirt-faced kind of stock wallpapers, so you can go for this one. It looks a lot more colorful, I have to say. But let me actually go into the wallpapers and styles to show you the settings. Okay, so for the wallpaper colors and the basic colors, both options are there. But for the basic colors, you will get 16 options. And for the wallpaper colors, you will get 20 options, I think, in here. So that's just huge. You can actually choose from right here and change the accent kind of colors if you want. And in here, we have the dark theme, the themed icons, and the upgrade up to 6x6 is there. And for the system icons, there are again plethora of options like the Expedia and stuff are there. We have the system fonts, and from here again, plethora of fonts are here. No issues whatsoever with the fonts. Let me go back. We have the system icon shapes as well, and you can change it however you want. Now let me just go into the home screen settings. In here, this is how it looks like. We have the icon pack, then the drawer themed icons. If you're wondering which launcher is this is the Derp launcher, and in the recents panel, and you can also go into the split screen mode from here. Let me go back to the settings. In here, we have the drawer labels, desktop labels. You can disable them if you want. We have the background opacity, icon size, font size, etc. customization. Swipe to access Google app at a glance and the Google search bar. Suggestions, yes, you can disable them if you want. Show lens button option is there. If you want that, you can definitely enable it. Scroll vibration is there. Then the decent background opacity, notification dots. Add app icons to the home screen, allow home screen rotation, lock layout, wallpaper scrolling, and the parallax option is there. And the single page center, then the top shadow, dark status bar, and the hidden and protected apps are there. And that is actually the AppLock for the launcher, but there is also the AppLock in the security settings. I'll show you that later. And again, talking about the stock launcher, we have the widgets. This subscriber account widget is working fine. Please subscribe if you haven't yet, guys. And I have the battery widget that is working fine. The clock widget and stuff is working, and the animations. Let me show you one more time. So all the animations of the widgets are totally working fine, and even the weather widget is there and it is working. So no issues with the widgets. And to the left of the home screen, you will get the Google's Discover page. Swiping up will get you to the app drawer, and this is how it looks like. And swiping down, of course, gets you to the quick setting panel. And with the quick setting panel, it looks really beautiful with this background blur, if you're noticing. And it appears even in here slightly, but with the accented colors, looks so beautiful. And in the dark theme, the quick setting panel stays dark, and in the light theme, the quick setting panel goes this light kind of look. So yeah, it definitely looks beautiful. Talking about the toggles, we have the Wi-Fi, mobile data, the Bluetooth, flashlight, battery, and the Google Home controls, the dark theme, night light, and I have added a lot more. Let me show you. The screen recorder is also there. There is the device audio and microphone audio recording at the same time with the HEVC and a lot more features. Nearby share, auto rotate, do not disturb, hotspot, data saver, reboot toggle, and the sound toggle is also there. And in here, okay, so this is how it looks like. And by the way, the volume panel looks like this, and you can put the phone into vibrate or silent from here. Always on display toggle is there. You can also toggle it for charging, and the FPS counter is there. If you enable it, let me actually show you. It takes some time to actually get enabled. As you can see right now, the FPS counter is showing up, and if I just try to do a fast kind of motion, as you can see, the display definitely reaches to 120 FPS. So yes, 120 FPS is working perfectly, no problems whatsoever. There is a Dolby Atmos refresh rate kind of changing option, and we have the Mi Sound Enhancer, K Profiles, high brightness mode. Also we have the de-streaming, then the ambient display and the airplane mode, and the sound search option is there. So there are a lot of quick toggles that you can add. Let's talk about the stock camera. Well, here you are getting the MIUI camera, and all the lenses are working fine. The 0.6x and the normal 1x and the 2x zooming option is working good. And let me actually switch to the front camera, and as you can see, it is working perfectly fine, no problems. And if you are wondering about the photo taking time, it is fast, I would say. Let me actually take a quick one. As you can see, I just took this picture, and with the other modes, like there is a documents mode and stuff, you can go into it, and enhanced mode pictures will be working. There is also the pro mode. You can take pro mode videos up to even 4K 30 FPS, and the 1080p 60 FPS and stuff is of course working fine, no problems. And for normal video, again, you can also switch the lenses if you want. The 0.6x ultra wide angle lens and the 1x zooming option is there. And if you swipe up, I have enabled this one. You can also go with other modes like the vlog mode and stuff is there. The dual video mode is there. A lot more options are there. Let me actually show you. There is also the night mode, the 64 megapixel mode, everything is present, and the picture quality here is really good, no issues whatsoever. And if I go into the info, as you can see, this is a 16 megapixel photo, processing perfectly fine. It also has the Google's phone dialer and the messaging app and stuff, and VoLTE calling will be working if you insert a VoLTE enabled SIM card. Now in the settings panel, in the battery settings, let me actually show you. This is how it looks like. We have this battery bar kind of, and it shows the percentage. There is the battery charge warning, the battery saver, adaptive battery, and the optimization. Per app you can do. Block sensor option is there. There is only the battery temperature. It shows this temperature right here, but it doesn't have the battery charging cycle, the current battery capacity, design battery capacity. All those things are simply missing. And let me actually show you. I have tested with the Accu battery app, I mean the battery life, and in here it shows the screen on time of about 6 hours, but 7 hours of screen on time should be totally normal for this ROM, I would say. And the screen off, you can guess it's about 20 days worth of screen off. In this ROM, I have seen the standby time is amazing, is a lot better when compared to other ROMs in terms of standby at least. In Redmi Note 10 Pro, I have seen a lot more drainage in standby, but in here with this ROM, the standby time is amazing. And the combine use here, it shows about 6 days. In the health section, this is how it shows for me, because after 2 years of usage, my battery health, it shows as 75%. So that I would say is not that much, but yeah, it will depend on your battery hardware. And the fast charging here is actually working perfectly fine. In the sound and vibration settings, this is how it looks like. We have the media, ring, call, etc. volume controls. There is the noisy notification, you can disable it if you want. Then the default notification sounds and stuff you can change. Vibration and haptics, you can change the touch feedback from here. And the live caption mode is there, the smart pause. Then we have the mute media volume on silent mode, and the media player options are there. We have the additional settings. In here you can disable the screenshot sound, charging sound, vibration, etc. And per app volume control is there, and there is also the vibrate to indicate call status. So in call vibrations pretty much. In the display settings, we have the brightness level, adaptive brightness, lock screen option is there. There is the skip lock screen option for the face unlock, and you can also change this face unlock kind of thing. And in here we have the show device control, control from lock device, ambient edge lighting, and the ambient display option is there. Also, as you can see, I have just enabled the pickup, and then again, if I just go into it, it has this bug. We have this always on display scheduling option and the ambient music ticker, wake screen for notification. Let me go back. We have the screen timeout, you can change it to 30 minutes, and we have the screen attention mode as well. The dark theme you can enable from right here, and you can of course schedule it if you want. And let me go back to the display size and text. You can change this and enable bold text or high contrast text if you want. We have the night light, the live display. You can also schedule the night light if you want. And we have the outdoor bright sun mode, which will make the display really bright. As you can see, I'll just turn it off for the time being. There is also this anti-flicker mode, and there is also that DC dimming mode, so just enable whichever you want. We have the reading mode, color calibration as well. Then the picture adjustment options are also there. We have the auto rotate screen, the smooth display is there, and we also have the full screen apps. You can set it to per app, and the double tap to wake, prevent accidental wake up, double tap to sleep, wake up on plug, enable blur option, and the display cutout option is there. Like you can hide this total top area with the black bar with this hide option, or you can have this tall cutout if you want to have a really like black kind of border to have no glow from the screen to the front camera. Whenever you are doing a video call or something, you can use these kind of features if you want. In the security settings, we have this panic settings, and if you have a cellular SIM card, of course, you can actually set it up, I guess. And in the settings option, we have this enhanced pin privacy, power button instantly lock, scramble pin layout, and touch fingerprint unlock. And this is a really handy feature to avoid any kind of accidental unlocks, I would say. And of course, there is double tap to sleep anywhere in the home screen. And the fingerprint scanner speed is working perfectly fine. While I'm showing you this, let me actually show you over here. So yep, the fingerprint scanner unlocks the device perfectly fast and smooth, no problems whatsoever. So this is how the always on display actually looks like, and I have customized the clock. There is also this battery bar, you can actually see I have enabled that from the customization settings. And right now let me show you the fingerprint scanner speed. Yep, it is working perfectly fine. Let me try one more time. Yep, it is working fine. And double tapping to wake is actually working. Now let me actually show you the face unlock. Yes, the face unlock is also working. Let me try one more time. So I'll just swipe up and point the device towards my face and it unlocks. Now talking about the app lock, yes, I have locked the Telegram app and it is actually showing this kind of window, and it is actually pointing to the fingerprint scanner where I just tap the fingerprint. And as you can see, it has unlocked and went into the Telegram app. We have the face unlock and fingerprint, and in here we have the disable fingerprint lockout. Then we also have the app lock option. You can go into it. You can lock any particular app that you are willing to. I have already showed you guys the app lock and stuff, and in here we have this auto reboot option. You can enable it if you want, and there is also the more security option if you want to have those. Right now with this UFO website, I would say yes, for a lot of browsers it is showing as 80 FPS around. I am testing it with the Opera right now, but even with Chrome I have seen it, but I think if you set per app to 120 Hz, then it will work fine, I guess. But for overall, let me actually show you the RAM management is good enough. I have opened a lot of apps in here, and in the Play Store the scrolling is working perfectly, and even in Twitter, if I just try to go into it here, as you can see, the Twitter scrolling is actually working perfectly, no issues when it actually has been loaded. So I would say yes, for daily driving, this is a really amazing experience that you will get. The Redmi Note 10 Pro is a mid-range performer, and it will perform good with this DerpFest ROM in my frank opinion. And here are the end-to-end Geekbench score with a CPU stress test to get you a detailed idea about the overall performance of the device. I would say yes, overall, as you can see in the recent panel and stuff, it's really smooth experience, no problem whatsoever. Now let me show you the customizations of this ROM, and that is present inside this DerpSpace. And in here, well, it shows some random messages like this. It shows this random messages right here. Looks really cool. Inside DerpSpace, this is how it looks like. We have the status bar, then the quick setting panel and the lock screen and the system settings. Let me show you one by one. We have the battery settings at first in the status bar. In here we have this battery style. Not much, we have this only portrait circle text, show percentage, and inside percentage is there. In the clock settings, we have the clock position. You can choose it to left, right or center. Then we have this AM PM style. You can change it to small or normal. Then the clock show seconds option, then the auto hide, and the background chip you can actually change. I have been using it with this new morph gradient, and with that, this is how it looks like. In the status bar items, we have the headset, Bluetooth, etc. kind of icons, and you can enable whichever toggles you want. There is also this VoLTE Vio Wi-Fi icon, looks really cool. We have this traffic indicators, you can enable it if you want. In the miscellaneous settings, we have the status bar lyric, the logo, the colored icons, notifications count, and we have the show Wi-Fi icon type, and the Bluetooth battery status. In the show data disabled icon, 4G instead of LTE, and the separate signal icons are there. Let me go to the quick setting panel. In here we have the notifications, then we have the reticker and the landscape only, and we have this app colored background. Then we also have the quick settings. In here we have this hide quick setting on lock screen and the required unlocking to use the sensitive tiles option. Then we have a lot more things like the brightness slider. You can have it on show always, and in the position you can change it to bottom for convenience. And we have this auto brightness icon, clear all notification button, and the button style you can actually change to these many options, and the background style for the button you can actually change for the clear all button again. And we have this show quick setting footer text, animation style, then the tiles interpolator, and the vibrate on toggle touch. To the lock screen UI, and in here we have this fingerprint authentication, disable ripple effect, and the lock screen clock fonts are there, and plethora of fonts are here. Just notice how many of them are here, and I have been using it with this vibe option. And we have the charging animation, lock screen charging info, the temperatures unit, and the media cover art option. Then we have the lock screen shortcuts. You can actually change it to home or like anything else like the flashlight and stuff. And there is also the single shortcut option. Let me go back. We have this ambient display, and the battery bar when charging and always show battery bar option is there. I have enabled that. In the system settings, we have the general settings and P style animation. Then inside customization, we have this UI style. You can actually change it to this many option. I have been using it with a pitch black. When I enable the dark theme, it goes pitch black. And we have this advanced theming option. Then we have this expressive, vibrant, and the tonal spot, etc. options. Then we have the luminance, chroma factor, tint, background, etc. customizations. We have the headline body fonts. We have these many fonts. Just notice plethora of options, including with the nothing dot font and stuff, Mandrope and the Samsung one. Then we have the Tinkerbell and a lot more options like the big noodle titling, XO2, and we also have the Gravity, Google Sans, and a lot more options are here. Just notice plethora of options pretty much. Let me go to the brightness slider style. You can also change it to these many options. I have been using it with the shaded, and this is how it looks like with the shaded, but you can also go with thin, translucent, outline, and the rounded chip, etc. options. Let me go to the navigation bar style, and these are the options that you will get. This chronic one looks really cool. Just notice. We also have the icon pack right here, and these are the options. Again, plethora of options for it. In the Wi-Fi icon styles, again, there are many options, and we have the signal icon styles as well. Icon shapes are there, and we also have the quick setting theme. You can change it to outline, two-tone accent and shaded if you want to use all of these. And with the outline, this is how it should look. There is also the pulse option, navbar pulse, lock screen pulse and the ambient pulse. Then the gravity option and stuff, you can customize pretty much all these pulse settings. So that is all the customizations for this ROM. Now before I end this video, let me talk about the basic things. Yes, the DNO info shows as L1 here, so you can stream Netflix or Amazon Prime videos in 1080p. Also the SafetyNet passes right out of the box here, so you can use banking apps without any issues. In case if you are wondering about the IR Bluster, yes, that too is working perfectly. Also in terms of Google Photos, it does have the pixel kind of unlimited photos and videos backup, no issues with it. So definitely I have to say I can recommend you this ROM, but you have to remember there are certain bugs and stuff and some of the settings that you cannot go into it yet. So these kind of bugs will be present, but overall this is a really good ROM with a lot of customizations for the Redmi Note 10 Pro, I feel. Let me know down there in the comments what you guys actually think about the latest DerpFest ROM based on Android 13 for the Redmi Note 10 Pro. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Please share this video with your friends if you feel like, and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. This is Tito from KTNTECH signing off for today, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye bye now.